A million cars? Well, that's a lie for the start.
It's a million and one.
Blimey, O'Reilly, I don't know.
Sorry, mate, one.
Still going. If it's not, I must have made it. Well, first of all, comrades, happy May Day. It's Day. Start day today. Make the most of it. And put an hand fist up in the air and say to each other, Happy May Day! Happy May Day! So, again, go on, Happy May Day! Again, Happy May Day! So when Alex said, do you fancy coming and saying a few words from the public? The first thing I thought to myself was, of course, there's got to be other people speaking. They're all going to go over the same things that we always go over. So I tried to put a few words together that, well, I hope I've been, I'm not going to repeat what other people have said. I think many things have been asked about this so-called government, their intention, the so-called welfare reform, as well as their intention with healthcare, the NHS, and of course many of these questions will remain unanswered. Until it's too late. They're already destroying the NHS. They're doing it right now. Have a look at your local surgeries and make sure, or get involved and make sure that your local surgeries aren't those that are either off all the services to the private sector. They managed to focus people's attentions away from the main thrust of the anti-welfare agenda. The anti-welfare agenda, of course, has been in place since 1948. They haven't just started doing it. That's it. Start doing it. They've done it since 1948. They've never stopped doing it. And they're not going to go away. And even if you win this particular fight to keep the NHS, our NHS, it's not going to go away. They're going to keep on plugging away and keep on trying to get the NHS into the private sector so they can reap the profits of the NHS. The main distraction, of course, all the cases this week, and I think Charles already mentioned it, was the death of Thatcher. But unfortunately, not the death of Thatcherism. An event that I'm sure a lot of people on Merseyside have been waiting for a long time. And as you can see by the t-shirts, I'm one of them. I think it was actually quite fitting that she was a guest of those despicable pair of gobshites, the Barclay brothers, the day she died. And in my opinion, a pair of new age medieval barons living on plunder and the suffering of others. The only thing that they don't have them pair is eye patches, a pat on the shoulder, and they haven't got the Jolly Roger flying and half-mast over the necks. They're not very nice, are they? They're not very nice people. And did she really die on Monday morning? Is a question for you. I reckon that they've had her on the low lights. Waiting for the right time to make the announcement that he's actually popped the clogs and gone to meet maker. There we go. Down there. I'll show you, those of you that know me know that have been quite active with the bedroom tax over the middle, at least over in particular. For me, it has been a bit of an eye-opener. Because although we know, or we think we know how people are struggling and suffering, it's when people tell you first hand exactly what that suffering is, that it brings it home to you. And it does give you that impetus, that fire in the belly that you need to carry a fight forward. We all know that living on benefits is a challenge in the first place, but to cruelly ask people who do not have the means to pay even more is an outrage. And an outrage to any decent person. And no doubt Ian Duncan Smith will go to church on Sunday and press his sweaty, greedy, filthy, put the hands together, point them skywards while determining the next phase of his filthy, dirty, cunning Tory plan. And the reason I want to build up this hate thing that I'm doing. You see the difference between him and the Tory cronies, the only others who subscribe to this neoliberal agenda. The difference between them and us is this. Simple. We care. We care about people. We care about people who are struggling. We care about people who are suffering. Not a very complex political agenda, is it? That's only one thing on our agenda. We care. Everything else will fall into place. And don't kid yourself that there's a shred of decency in any of them, because there isn't. Not one of them. That's why the Tories, it's in them. There's no decency whatsoever in any of them.
So we got a glass of water for them, please.
In my view, they're a gang of self-serving, bottom-feeding vultures living on the misery of their own citizens. And shame on all of them. They're citizens. They're our governments. We are their citizens, and he treats us the way he treats us is an absolute outrage and a disgrace. Ian Duncan Smith, I can live on 50 quid a week. You lying bastard. He'll pay 50 quid for the bottle of wine. Think not of it. 50 quid, in fact, it's probably a cheap bottle. You see these people? You've never done a hand's turn in the life. You never worked. You never got a clock on in the morning. You never had a 10-minute tea break. Sat in the canteen with the comrades and colleagues and talked about the football on Saturday. Because they're not us. They're not normal people. These are the people, by the way, who've never worked. Telling us that we've got to go and work for buttons. No pension. I'm going to go and work for some draconian employer who's got all the law on his side. We can't even take political action against him when we're in the right. In case you missed it, this is the 21st century, by the way. Full of innovation, great ideas, educated and informed society. Yet we still have hungry children going to school with ill-fitting clothes. A disgrace. It's a disgrace and shame on this government for allowing it to happen. Shame on them. Where's the opportunity for advancement? Children seeing their own parents struggle. Children seeing their own parents struggling with debt and trying to get on. Are these children then going to go to university and have another load of debt piled on top of them? I don't think so. I think those children are going to be the ones that said, I've seen my parents struggle with debt. I don't want that. So that's what university is now, it's debt. So a lot of working class kids aren't going to have that opportunity.
Yeah.
A modern Britain punishes the poorest in society for the ill-gotten gains to super rich. All those figures, I'm not going to bore you with the figures, but you may well ask, what's the Labour Party doing? Of course, I asked myself the same question over and over again. And I think sometimes I've been transported to some sort of parallel universe with the people's flag and the change to a pale blue. And the Martin about stories of children around the campfire. 2013. Think about it, 2013. Did we ever envisage the country being this backward at this part of the century? I don't think I ever did when I was a young man growing up. But here we are, and it is, it's backward. 100 years ago this year, I don't want to give anyone any history lessons, but it is quite pointless, I feel. 100 years ago this year, it was a gigantic disaster, and a huge explosion ripped through a pit in South